roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Oakland Raiders. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a second down throw for Mariota. He finds Taylor, complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Mariota. And Davis with it left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Buying time to his left. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Let's go. One.
Mariota on first down. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Dumps it off to Lewis. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. Here's Mariota. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Carr going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. Fights off the defender. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Carr. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy! Monday down! Hey, boys, go down! 280! Go get him! Go get him! Go get him!
From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Down! 180! Go, go. Get set, get set. Hey!
Carr now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Trying here for Bryant, and it's enters. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. A guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
So out come the Raiders. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
White Monday down. Raider 1. Down. 180.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Mariota now on second down. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, Mariota escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. To throw is Mariota. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's to run through.
Mariota now. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Hankins in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They go play action here on 1st down. He will find Davis on the left side complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Mariota gives to Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I know I'm supposed to be watching the entire field, but right now I'm kind of locked in on the guy calling the plays. Back-to-back, big-time plays for him, including a run on the last one. Right now he's got to feel really good about his chance of getting into the end zone. Run it, pass it, either way, they have the confidence going right now.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. That's a strong running, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. A carry here for the big tight end. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Down! Blue 80! White!
They pitch it out to Montgomery. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, that's Montgomery. And a broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
6-18. Down. Blue 80.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. Finding some room at midfield. Cuts it out to the sideline. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Ty Montgomery, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And he's able to put it through. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Raiders have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Get down, get down. 180. Deuce right.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now, blue 80. Straighter one.
On third down, it's Montgomery. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Davis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. What? Blue 80. 3. Flag it up.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota able to shake him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Throwing, Mariota to the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. He punted 5 times in the win last week, as this one's away. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
7:34.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Spins away. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing on first down is Carr. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Carr keeps it on the sneak, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, got him halfway there. You don't see this.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Derek Carr taking it in. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Again, it's Henry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. The Titans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mariota. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taking it about the 16. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. Cooper was the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something, until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Titans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Mariota eluding the pressure. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Another drive bogs down, but for the fourth time, they're able to escape with 3 points.
And this last one gives them the lead, so that's a good thing. And they've needed every one of these field goals, but it has to feel good to them to know that confidence is there. If we do bog down, they'll give us 3 points.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there. Carr to Cooper. 44 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
6:37. White. Down. White, 8.
And they'll go on the ground. He's to the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
3rd and long here for Mariota. All going deep here for Taylor. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Smith catches left side. And now running right through it. And he gets it down to the 32. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw Mariota. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Mariota to Sharp that time for a Titan first.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
They come out here in the eye. He'll get it up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Suckup will put this one right through, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They'll go to Montgomery to try to widen some clock. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The toss play to Montgomery. And some room to roam now. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
694. Get down, get down. 185.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Big 4th down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So they had to take the shot there. Obviously, that was pretty much it, their last chance.
No other play for them, right? I mean, there's no other choice. It's not like you can have some strategy move, right? Punt it away and hope to. No, that's what they had to do. Right now, that offensive unit, they're pretty discouraged on the sidelines. They're going to feel like they let the team down in that situation, but they were in a tough spot to begin with.
And with no timeouts now, they just need a miracle.
Yeah, an absolute miracle. If the team that has the ball, just find a way to run out the clock, take care of the ball, and go home a winner.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Oakland, it will wind up a .500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have.